text here on 81089 from Chris. He says, "Evening, guys. Classic overreaction on Rashford after one good game. He couldn't be bothered to turn up to training when Amorim arrived. He's put in 0 good appearances over the past 2 years, contributed nothing really for Villa last year." And I think that's that true. He was all right for Villa. And last night was his first contribution to Barca in 6 games. I want to see him succeed as a Manchester United fan, but I had absolutely no issue with him leaving.
Yeah, I think I understand that mentality, but what I would say to that is that Ruben Amorim, in particular, his responsibility when he came into a new club was to make sure that the better players at the club were welcomed, a clean slate for everyone. Try and inspire Marcus Rashford.
Hello guys, welcome back to this weekend ball at foot soccer analysis. And today we are focusing on Rashford, Marcus Rashford. You know, I think some people might say he has proven his critic wrong, or some people might say it's not yet time to know because he is just his last performance at Newcastle might be just a fluke, like something that will not stay. But I think, as I said in my previous soccer videos, you know, where I talk about Man United, how, you know, if you're coming from academy and you play in one of the England soccer clubs, you need to move. You need to go outside. You need to go outside England. You know, I'm talking about go to European countries. And in my other previous video, I mentioned those European countries that when you go there, you can improve your game, you know, and when you improve your game, you can now, when you're at your peak, you can now come back and play in Premiership. And one of those countries I mentioned before is Spain, because I know, like, you know, some people might say, like, people can improve in Premiership, especially if you're coming from academy. But when you even look at the trajectory where the Premiership is going this time around, you know, the Premiership is not going to be like they need already made players to play in Premiership. I don't know, maybe because of money, too much money in Premiership or something else. Now, moving to a time like if they will not give you a chance, you know, most clubs will not going to give you a chance. And you can't blame some clubs, you know, because sometimes even if they give you a chance and start playing well, sometimes if the club is not where you want it to be, you want a bigger ambition, you want to leave the club, you know what I mean? So now Premiership is about ready-made players, you know what I mean? And if you're from academy, especially if you play for Man United, because you see a lot of them that come from Man United, especially black players, you know, see how they become average. They never improve if they stay there. That's why it's always good to go outside, especially Spain or Germany or even Italy, and improve your game. And now, when you're at your peak, you can return to play in a Premiership, which is fair enough, you know what I mean? And then you have gathered experience and you have improved your game. But for you to stay in Premiership and especially in Man United, because we know, like, in past 10 years, Man United have not improved, you know what I mean? If you go there, it's likely that you will struggle. You're not gonna mature there because the club, the management, you know, the situation they have with the managers, the previous managers, is unstable. You know, the club is unstable at this moment, and that's why Rashford have to move, and he's lucky. Not only that he moved to a better club like Barcelona. You know what I mean? Barcelona is a top club in the world, and if you don't improve in Barcelona, I don't think there's any other place in any other club in Europe that you will improve. So that's why, you know, I think we're gonna see a better footballer in Marcus Rashford, because people forget that this guy is gifted with 2 foot. He can play with his left foot and his right foot. You know, he's good in both, which means he has a big talent. It's not like one-sided. You know, he can score in both foot. You know, it's some of the strikers we have in the world, some of the best strikers, some of them are not gifted with this kind of ability to use their both foot to score goals. But Rashford is gifted with this. So, and I'm thinking like definitely we're gonna see much improvement with Rashford, because when you look at these goals he scored in uh, in Newcastle in Champions League between Newcastle and Barcelona, you see that these two goals were fantastic goals. This is the kind of goal and the kind of tournament that will boost your, you know, it is gonna boost his ability, to score more goals. You're gonna upgrade his confidence. His confidence level will be skyrocketed. You know what I mean? Because now he's gonna be playing like, so he can do it, and exactly he can do it. So I'm thinking like people might say like this is too early to judge the guy, but I think he's gonna do well. And after his loan spell in Barcelona, I'm not sure Barcelona is gonna keep him, but I think he's gonna end up in a good club again if he finish in Barcelona. Like this loan is there. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe Barcelona might decide to keep him if there is some injuries, because I know Barcelona have a lot of talented players. It's gonna be difficult for them to keep him, especially he's 27 years. Or maybe they can give him 2 years contract, but I don't think Rashford is gonna take 2 years contract. And his contract is still running with Man United with this wage. It's a high wage. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen, but we wish him the best. Thank you for watching. Peace.